I've packed multiple semi-dwarf and dwarf fruit trees into my small front yard garden, and I can say that small fruit trees are perfect for anyone short on space but big on dreams. Whether you have a patio, a balcony, a tiny yard, or just don't want a big fruit tree taking over.
In this video, I'll walk you through 33 fruit trees that stay compact, grow in containers, or can be trained to fit your garden, plus top varieties and how to keep trees small. Hi guys, I'm April from Resprout. Like and subscribe for more garden tips and tutorials for my suburban front yard garden where I help you garden like a boss.
Heads up, this list includes fruit trees that range from 2 feet tall to 15 feet tall at maturity.
All of them can be grown in containers, which helps limit their size even more, sometimes up to 75%. That's how bonsai works. You can also keep trees small with regular pruning or by training them as espaliers, flat against a wall or fence. I just planted a peach and a cherry espalier along the front of my house in a candelabra design.
I cannot wait to see them fill in.
Similar to espalier, the spindle system is a commercial row growing system that trains dwarf fruit trees, especially apples, to grow upright with a central leader and short side branches 2 to 4 feet apart.
This year, I plan on trying this with pears and maybe some Asian pears in my trellis area.
3 things to keep in mind when you're shopping for small fruit trees. Rootstock matters. Grafted trees get their size from the rootstock, not just the variety. The same fruit variety can grow to different sizes depending on the nursery, so always check the mature height listed. Go for self-pollinating. If you're short on space, pay attention to pollination needs. Some fruit trees need a partner to bear fruit, while others are self-pollinating. Check the zones. Since all our tiny fruits are great for containers, feel free to go outside your zone and bring your potted trees indoors over the winter.
With that said, let's get into the list. When going with a small apple tree, you can add a dwarf version of your favorite apple in many cases.
Honeycrisp, Gala, and McIntosh are just a few of the varieties that are available in scaled down versions. Columnar apples like the tangy green fruit snack apple and stark crimson spire are another option for small space fruit growers. I am so excited. I just ordered a couple of these and I'm planning on a row of these near my blackberries. Columnar apple trees may also be referred to as spires, colonnades, or urban trees. True to their name, they grow in a narrow upward form, usually just 2 to 4 feet across, reaching 8 to 10 feet in height. Flowering crabapple trees are a close relative to apples, but more sour and tart. In addition to having smaller fruit, 2 inches or less, crabapple trees are small, some around 6 feet at maturity, making them great for small space gardening. Dwarf crabapple trees like the Lollipop, Whitney, or the Sargent keep things even more compact.
If you're looking for a small pear tree, like with many fruits on this list, you have the choice between a semi-dwarf or a dwarf variety.
Popular pear varieties like Anjou and Bartlett have dwarf options that grow 8 to 10 feet in height and 6 to 7 feet wide at maturity. Bringing together qualities from both pears and apples, Asian pears are a great choice for miniature fruit trees. Dwarf options topping out at 8 to 10 feet tall include the 20th century, Chojuro, and Peggy varieties. Asian pears do require the presence of at least one other Asian pear tree for cross-pollination, so keep that in mind.
Dwarf fig trees are easy to grow and produce a surprising amount of fruit.
My little ruby fig tree from Stark Brothers is at the end of my foundation bed and is about 5 foot tall by 5 foot wide. The phenomenal fig is even smaller at 2 to 3 feet tall.
A miniature peach tree is a super tasty addition to a home garden.
I've recently added the New Haven peach, but the Loring peach and Gala peach are other popular varieties available in an 8 to 10 foot tall dwarf size. Peach trees are self-pollinating, which is great if you only have room for one tree.
Small cherry trees are not only functional, yum, but they're beautiful to look at with their pink and white spring blossoms.
I have a Lappin's cherry and it should mature at less than 14 feet tall. Dwarf sweet cherries topping out at 10 feet tall include Black Tartarian and Emperor Francis. Great options for tart pie cherries include Evans, 5 feet tall, Montmorency, 10 feet tall, and English Morello, 6 feet high.
So you're probably thinking at this point, that's great that there's so many cool, super tiny fruit varieties that you can grow in your small backyard or a balcony or patio, but where do you get them? I can tell you from personal experience, it is not going to be a big box store and probably not even a local nursery. That's how unique some of these varieties are. So that brings us to today's sponsor,
A nursery I have been buying plants from for almost 15 years, Stark Brothers.
Stark is an online nursery that's been specializing in fruit trees for over 200 years. Ever had a golden delicious or red delicious apple? They are the ones who originally brought those apples to market. But history aside, if you're looking to get your hands on some healthy, disease-free plants, Stark Brothers is the way to go. Their website has fantastic filters where you can browse by fruit type, zone, dwarf, or semi-dwarf size. If you have room for only one tree, check out their pollination filter for self-pollinating varieties. And if you have room for more, their site will even recommend the best variety for pollination. Many of the varieties I'll mention today are available from Stark. Check out the links below or visit resprout.com for a full breakdown of fruits, varieties, zones, pollination needs, and sizes.
Typical plum trees are known for their large size at maturity, but miniature plum varieties like Superior are great for those gardening on a compact scale. Plum trees are able to withstand some cold, usually suitable for US zones 5 to 9, with some specialized types able to withstand the chill of zones 3 and 4. Many plums, whether European or Asian, need a pollinator, so if you're tight on space, make sure to check that. Nectarines are a stone fruit, like plums, peaches, and apricots. While they are very similar to peaches, sometimes they're even called fuzzless peaches, they are more challenging to grow than their fuzzy friends.
Mini nectarines won't be as cold hardy as some of their relatives, but they are available in dwarf varieties that top out at 8 feet.
Popular types include Garden Delight, Captain Crunch, Fantasia, and Marycrest.
Compact apricot trees can be quite prolific and add a lot of beauty to the garden with their spring flowers.
The Pixie-Cot, at only 8 to 10 feet tall, is a variety available in semi-dwarf and mini-dwarf sizes. Sugar Pearls is another small apricot tree that can be 6 to 15 feet depending on the rootstock.
Yes, there is such a thing as a Nectacot.
A hybrid between a nectarine and an apricot, these unique fruits are like a nectarine in an apricot-sized package. Juicy and mild, a popular Nectacot variety is Honey Pearls, reaching just 6 to 8 feet high.
Another hybrid, Plumcots and Pluots, are a cross between plums and apricots.
A Plumcot is a 50-50 plum-apricot hybrid with a balanced flavor, while a Pluot is about 75% plum and 25% apricot, making it sweeter and more plum-like. A favorite semi-dwarf Pluot variety is the Dapple Dandy, also known as the dinosaur egg. It manages to combine the flavor of both fruits in a tasty package only 12 feet tall. It's also one of the most cold-hardy varieties out there.
If you have a favorite hybrid fruit or have tasted any of these, let us know in the comments.
Though Loquats look and taste a bit like apricots, have a similar sounding name, and are even known as a Florida plum, botanically they're not closely related to apricots, plums, or plumcots at all.
If you are looking to get your hands on this sweet tropical fruit, Coppertone is a popular variety, great for small-scale growers, reaching only 8 feet in maturity.
Another tropical fruit, Guava, resembles a watermelon in color with small seeds, tasty pink flesh, and a green rind.
The flavor of a miniature guava is said to combine notes of strawberry and pear.
For small gardens, check out the Ruby Supreme variety, which grows to 10 feet tops. Pineapple guavas aren't true guavas, but they sure taste tropical, like a mix of pineapple, strawberry, and apple. The tree grows 10 to 15 feet tall and puts out bright, edible flowers and fragrant kiwi-sized fruit in the fall.
Pollinators love it, which is good because you're going to need another plant to cross-pollinate it. Maybe it's because the fruit is so big, but I thought pineapple plants were enormous.
Turns out, standard pineapples only grow 3 to 6 feet tall, so they are perfect for small gardens and patios. No crazy miniature versions required. Most pineapple plants are sold simply under the variety name of Florida Special. The Cavendish has held the title of most popular banana variety for decades, and it's available in a dwarf version that grows only 8 to 10 feet tall. Miniature banana trees make great patio plants with their lush foliage and broad leaves. They also have beautiful flowers before the fruit forms.
Yep, avocados are fruits.
The condo avocado, 8 feet tall, and the self-pollinating holiday, 12 feet, are a great choice for a small space. They're heavy feeders that need rich soil and full sun. They're best suited for tropical zones, but if protected during occasional frost, they can handle some cooler areas.
If you live in a colder climate and have successfully grown tropical fruits, let us know in the comments your tips. We would love to hear them. Olives are another fruit we don't always think of as a fruit.
The Arbequina olive at 10 feet high is one popular compact olive that does well in containers or in the ground. They are perfect not only for fresh eating, but for oil production as well.
A fruit that tastes like Boston cream pie? Yes, that is the PawPaw's claim to fame.
Though it seems like a tropical import, the PawPaw is actually native to the United States. In fact, they're the largest edible fruit native to North America. So what I'm talking about here is not a papaya, which is also sometimes called a PawPaw.
Though PawPaws can be found in the wild, they are great for small gardens.
Smaller varieties like the SAA Overlease, Prolific, and NC1 top out at 12 feet. Persimmons are a unique fruit with varieties falling under two categories, Asian or American.
Some Asian varieties and all American varieties have a dry, bitter taste until they're fully ripe.
Some Asian varieties can be enjoyed when still firm. Dwarf persimmons such as the Ichi Kikejiro variety grow to about 10 feet tall and are low maintenance plants. Also known as Chinese dates, Jujube fruits are sweet, crisp, and about 1.5 inches long with a single seed. These drought-tolerant trees grow 15 to 20 feet tall but can be pruned much smaller.
They're also resistant to pests and diseases, and their striking bark, their shiny leaves, and their fragrant midsummer flowers really make them an ornamental too.
Great varieties for home growers include sugarcane and lang.
Mango flavors range from rich and tropical to honey sweet, citrusy, pineapple-y, coconutty, floral, piney, and even slightly spicy depending on the variety.
Valencia Pride and Glen are all compact mango varieties that grow 10 to 20 feet tall outdoors. They can be kept 4 to 8 feet tall in containers. Dragonfruit grow on a cactus-like plant that is striking with lush vines, a palm-like trunk, pink fruits, and sweet-smelling flowers that bloom at night. While they may take longer to mature, some dragonfruit plants will fruit their first year. Bonus, most varieties grow only 5 to 10 feet tall. Lemons are key to brightening dishes and adding a pop of flavor.
Of all the fruits, this is probably the one I use most in the kitchen.
Popular lemon varieties like Meyer and the variegated pink Eureka reach only 8 to 10 feet tall. Mandarins and tangerines, which are a subcategory of mandarins, work better for colder climates than most citrus trees. They're also smaller, easier to peel, and sweeter than their parent fruit, the orange. Check out the Dancy Tangerine, a semi-dwarf variety that matures at about 10 to 15 feet tall. Gold Nugget at 8 to 12 feet tall is a great option for a mandarin. Grapefruit might be one of the larger citrus fruits, but that doesn't mean it doesn't come in a compact form.
The mature height of a semi-dwarf grapefruit tree is similar to that of a tangerine, 10 to 15 feet high and 6 to 8 feet wide.
Cocktail and Mellow Gold are two choice varieties when it comes to mini versions of a grapefruit tree.
Now, this one is probably the weirdest fruit on this list, Buddha's hand.
These unique finger-like citrus fruits are definitely eye-catching, and they're perfect for the small-scale fruit garden since the trees grow to between 8 to 15 feet tall and 6 to 12 feet wide.
It even smells great.
Orange trees come in a variety of fruit and plant sizes. At 6 to 10 feet tall, the Calamandan orange is a naturally small tree.
It's often used as an ornamental, but it does have edible fruit.
If you're looking for navel oranges, Caracara and Lane Late are smaller options. Miniature lime trees offer fruit that's small with thin peels.
The most common lime species are Persian lime, key lime, kaffir lime, and desert lime.
Persian limes, the type most commonly found in American grocery stores, include smaller varieties like Pear's, which grows to about 8 feet tall. Key lime trees, a slightly different flavor, are worth adding to your small garden too at only 6 feet tall. Also keep an eye out for the 6 to 7 foot tall Loquat citrus tree, a cross between a lime and a kumquat.
Speaking of kumquats may sound like loquats, but they're not related.
Kumquats are actually a true citrus, while loquats belong to the same family as apples and pears. Kumquats stand out among citrus because they're eaten whole, peel and all. 2 varieties under 8 feet are Nagami, which has a tangy tart bite, and Meiwa Sweet, which is milder and less acidic. Kumquats are also more cold hardy than most citrus trees, tolerating temperatures as low as 20 degrees Fahrenheit, making them a solid pick for zone-pushing citrus fans. Pomegranate trees like the dwarf red, Sirendevie, and Wonderful are self-pollinating and compact plants. It is important to note that their width often equals their height.
Maturing at 8 to 10 feet in each direction, you might need a little bit of extra width for your pomegranate.
Dwarf mulberries offer delicious blackberry-like fruit. They're fast growers and heavy producers and grow surprisingly well in containers. Check out varieties like the dwarf everbearing mulberry, which reaches 10 to 15 feet tall and wide.
I don't know about you guys, but I was totally blown away by this list. Before researching this, I had no idea that some of these were even options for me. I'm in zone 7, so I really need to up my indoor potted plant game. I am super excited about incorporating some of these fruits into my garden. If you guys have grown any of these indoors, in containers, or just in really tight spaces, we would all love to hear about it. Let us know your favorite method, your favorite fruit, or the one you want to try next in the comments.
I hope this video helped you out. Remember to sign up for my email newsletter for more garden resources. And keep gardening like a boss, and I'll see you guys soon.